Have you ever felt sick to your stomach during a test? Have you had days when you were so loaded down with homework and psychology that you had trouble sleeping? Have you ever been so worried about something that you ended up with a terrible headache? If so, then you know what it's like to feel stressed. You've probably heard people say, "Wow, I'm really stressed out," or "This is making me totally stressed." Maybe you hear adults even saying stuff like that. Well, then you know that you're experiencing stress. Stress is what you feel when you are worried or uncomfortable about something. This worry is in your mind and can make your body feel bad. You may feel angry, frustrated, scared, or afraid, which can give you stomachache or a headache, like this man in this picture. Everyone knows about stress. Either you experienced it when you moved, had a difficult relationship, lost your job, or experienced the death of someone close to you. You know this kind of stress. It goes on for a while and you have to deal with it, for better or for worse, every day. So, is there a clear connection between stress and illness? Yes, there is. And over the couple of decades, researchers in psychology and medicine have worked together to establish that connection, and that it does exist. For example, psychosomatic illnesses are health problems that are caused primarily by psychological factors rather than by physical ones. Health psychologists did make the point that your life stress has to do with the changes that you had to deal with in your life. Every person deals with different amount of stress in their lives and different amount of experiences over time. How can researchers measure life stress? Obviously, it would not be ethical for psychologists to bring people into a laboratory, expose them to stressful events, and wait for them to become ill. Not just that that would be so wrong, it would not even represent how stress works in real life. That's why Holmes and Ray developed a written scale to measure life stress. Holmes and Ray made a list of 43 life events that people commonly feel stressful. In this picture, it is some of them. And some of them are death of a spouse, divorce, jail term, death of a close family member, marriage, being fired at work, retirement, and sex difficulties, and many more. In an attempt to measure life changes, Holmes and Ray developed the Life Event Scale. That's what it's called. It's also known as the Holmes and Ray Social Readjustment Rating Scale. The life events are ranked in order from the most stressful, death of spouse, to the least stressful, minor violations of the law. After getting the results of about 400 participants, they compared the results versus male and female, white and black, young and old, and other different types of people to each other. And they wanted to make sure that this scale would be applied to all people with an approximate equal degree of accuracy, and it was. In this cartoon, you can see some judges bringing up mean, negative things like "you suck," "loser," and "burn him." Well, in life and everywhere you go, there will be some criticism, and for Holmes and Ray development of their scale, many researchers have come up with concerns about its accuracy and usefulness. One of the main criticism regards the fact that they use both positive and negative life events in the same scale, as well as events that are both in the person's control and not in the person's control. In spite of its limitation, this work of Holmes and Ray continues to hold its place as a popular stress research tool. Although other tools for measuring stress have been and are being developed, this research scale is still chosen frequently by researchers. An average of 100 studies per year cite this scale, which makes it an often cited study. The relationship between stress and illness, although real, is complex and not a simple matter to study. Psychology and medicine professionals working together have recognized that all illnesses contain a psychological component in how they develop, how are treated, and how people recover. Are you wondering if you're stressed? Are you feeling tension in your shoulders and neck? Because that is a first sign to show you are feeling stressed. So, tips for dealing with stress: don't worry about things you can't control, such as the weather. Prepare the best of your ability for events you know may be stressful, such as a job interview or a big psychology test next week. Try to look at change as a positive challenge, not as a threat, and work to resolve conflicts with people. Talk to a good friend, family member, or a teacher like Mr. Williams. And set realistic goals at home and at work. Exercise regularly, eat well, balance meals, and get enough sleep. Maybe even meditate. Participate in something that you don't find stressful, that's fun, like sports or a social club. And just remember, life is not that stressful.